Today we have people saying that Jimin has recently been banned on YouTube and what's going on, and this is all happening after the music video is posted. Then we have an alleged interesting phrase that has trended and what's going on with that. And then we have Jimin's staff and his dancers posting about something that's very fun. So you don't miss this, able to decide hate it or not. Make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell on. Make sure you join us fangirling on Patreon with some free content on Saturdays now, and let's go. People were very excited after several dancers posted about Jimin and what happened with them. Now, if you're not aware of what's going on, Jimin recently posted his music video of Smeraldo Garden Marching Band. He posted a full video and everything. This was recorded probably months ago, right before he left to go to the military, and the video was very simple. I don't think it was too extravagant, and a lot of it was just the dancers. So obviously Jimin isn't back from the military, and so he can't really promote it or really have like a dance video now. So instead, it seems like all of the dancers decided to post the video on his behalf. Now, obviously, it's very obvious that one of the main reasons why Jimin's dance videos get so many views is because it's Jimin in the video. However, the dancers posting this video have still made a significant impact and have done Jimin justice. The video they posted was all of the dancers collectively together, and they were all dancing and doing the dance in Jimin's music video. People love this, and obviously this would go super viral anyway. Like before they even posted it, they probably thought that, and that the reason why is because the song was recognizable and the dancers doing the dance, or the dancers covering the dance, is not something that doesn't get a lot of views. I think people who maybe aren't aware of that this would be an official account that it was posted on would probably still like it because they would see it as a really great dance cover. And this is just a really smart way of promoting something without ever actually having to be there to promote it. So there is this rule in the military, if you're unaware, that the members aren't allowed to work. Now, I think that exception was made for BTS, but I'm not entirely sure. Obviously, he still doesn't look the same. He still doesn't have the same hair, none of that stuff. However, the dancers are doing this without Jimin. They're still doing Jimin justice and still promoting the song. So I'm very glad that he has such great people around him. And the thing that an artist really hopes for, and the only thing an artist really loves, is when the community can satisfy themselves and still get the artist's name top of mind. Very relevant, consistently without artists having to do anything. So normally an artist would have to constantly promote, they would have to go from one album to the next, they would have to constantly have PR stunts after PR stunts, constantly collaborating, just to constantly try to be top of mind. Whereas a lot of what the BTS community does is create content within themselves to satisfy each other so that the fandom is always fed and the members remain top of mind to everyone in the community. Very cute, and I was very excited to see this. There is always a lot of stuff going on online, and sometimes it's very interesting to see what the community gets really upset about. Recently, I was seeing something that happened with aespa's Giselle and what's going on with that. Now, this is important because I'm also talking about the fan culture around K-pop and what's going on with this. I found it very interesting to see that Giselle was being accused of inappropriate actions based on something that she was wearing. So she posted a TikTok video of herself dancing and everything was fine, but people noticed that she was wearing something that said, an adult film star. Now, in any other community, in any other type of fandom, this is not an issue or anything that people really care about or get angry about. However, in K-pop, for some reason, this is not only something that the community gets angry about, but they use it as something to mock her with. And then they also get angry at the label for allowing her to wear something like this. Now, clothes is art, clothes is how you express yourself. Messages on clothes are how they express themselves. And it's not something as simple as just the words on the clothes, but where the clothes come from, why it was made, and what was the meaning behind this specific piece. This is all extremely important when analyzing fashion, and it's something that the stylist does before they put it on to the artist. Now, I want to explain what the meaning behind all this and everything like that, but before I explain that, I just don't think it's necessary for people to attack the stylist so much that they're requesting that she be fired or request that the label should be fired or whatever. It irks me even more when it's people who clearly don't understand what's going on and then are just choosing to be angry rather than literally simply just Googling it and figuring it out. Now, apparently this is a German brand that created this. Apparently the point of the brand was to showcase women in several different lights, to say that women should be empowered to do any other job that they feel might empower them, and including something like this being an adult film star. And in my personal opinion, it's quite messed up to assume that something like an adult film star is really shameful. What's really angering or infuriating to me, and the thing that I really realize is the thing that bothers me when I read comments like this, is that the people who are writing these things aren't necessarily coming from a conservative nation. It's one thing if the people who are writing this are coming from Korea and then are just saying that it's shameful based on the culture that they have grown up in. However, some of these people are literally in America. These things in America are not really considered shameful anymore, and most people will probably be very accepting of you and whatever you want to do with your body. So it irks me that these people are born in America, but they don't even know the customs here in America. Like, how much of a shell do you have to live in, or how much of a rock do you have to live under, and to not even be aware of the actual culture that surrounds your own nation? So to me, this is definitely not a big deal, and anyone who is saying that it is a big deal is definitely someone who is ignorant of anyone. And she obviously was wearing it because she felt the same way. But of course, if the stylist were to tell her that this line of clothing was from a line that was talking about women empowerment, I doubt Giselle would say, oh, I don't want that. Now, going back to Jimin and his Smeraldo Garden, a marching band song, I definitely have to talk about it and what's going on with this, because there's some alleged drama. Now, people are saying that YouTube banned him because the label has been uploading some BTS music videos and stuff like that. And they're not getting as much views as they used to get, so people are then accusing the label of uploading too many videos in a row on their channel, and thus BTS's music video are getting banned. Some have gone as far as to even say that the music videos need to be uploaded on a specific BTS channel and not like the general label channel. And others have said it doesn't really matter if it's uploaded on a specific BTS channel or not. It seems like BTS's name and all the members of BTS's name have been shadow banned. And if you're not aware of shadow banning, this is a ban that is more of a hidden ban, where the users are unaware of the ban and the content is just not getting pushed out and no one's really seeing it. Now, the reason why I have a problem with this is because obviously I work on social media, and this is something that I talk about to either my clients or people that I help grow on social media, is that obviously this is something that could happen. It's not as common as people think it is. A shadow ban would mean 0 views, meaning like if you post something, literally no one watches it. That is a shadow ban. And if it's still getting views, but just less than normal, then that's not a shadow ban. That's just lack of interest or lack of promotion or whatever it is. Of course, it makes sense that BTS members now putting out music while they're away, it's not going to get as much views as when they were active. There's just not as much promotion going on. They're not active to do performances and perform like the song on the radio, or they're not going to be able to do several different promotion avenues. The label obviously isn't going to promote it as much because they have nothing to promote it for, because labels typically like to promote music so that then they can then get people to buy tickets to see a show or an album. And that's not always happening when they're away. And then songs get a boost in streams and all that stuff after concerts are over. So all of that is necessarily going to help push the song. So yes, songs are getting less views since BTS is away right now. This is interesting to me because these people would scream shadow ban and all that stuff. Meanwhile, BTS is still getting the most views on the channel. So it makes 0 sense to me. A shadow ban would even be like if you were to click on the channel, you might not even see the video there. People like to scream shadow ban over things like notification not reaching their inbox or their phone or whatever it is. And I know there are a lot of people who definitely are newer to the platform, but this is definitely odd to me because this has been an issue since the beginning of YouTube, and so many YouTubers have talked about it. So I feel like at this point, this issue has been at least addressed by so many people for a lot of people to know that this is a site-wide problem rather than a specific BTS problem. But again, these people like to live in their own world. And again, I'm not talking about people who are not actively on YouTube or social media. These are people who are very active on social media, but they don't consume any other content to even know what's going on with the world around them. This definitely happens. It's not something that is great for any specific creator that obviously hopes for their content to get out there. But this is not something that I would consider a shadow ban. Let me know what you think. Make sure to check out Patreon for more videos. Link down below. Thanks, just leave a comment right here. Love you. Bye.